I made this minimalist natural hemp twine wall art using a 48 by 36 canvas, painting on this chalk paint that is the closest color to the hemp twine. I just did one layer on top of the entire canvas so that you'll get no white showing through underneath the hemp twine. Chalk paint dries pretty quickly, but I decided to let it sit for a couple of hours before I added the hemp twine on top. I cut 44 inches of twine for the 36-inch side of the canvas. Then I laid them on top of some white duct tape and closely put them together all the way across and wrapped around with the duct tape. I took my hot glue gun, flipped over the canvas, and glued on the section that is about 9 inches of the twine, ready to be stapled to the back side. Then I flipped it over and now ready to glue on each string all the way down the canvas. As I glue on, I just made sure I pull all of the strings taut enough each time I glue on. This is a little time consuming to do and detail oriented, but I took about 13 of the hemp balls to do this entire project. So it's not necessarily budget friendly, but it was well worth it. As I finished this section, I flipped over the canvas and cut the excess twine off. Then I glued it down and made sure that it was secure with staples. This is how I glued it down and secured it for each section that I added to the canvas. For the 48-inch side of the canvas, I measured about 57 inches of the twine. You want it long enough to be able to wrap down to the side and to the back side of the canvas. As you start to layer, you'll see that I glued down on top of the section that was already glued down and not the canvas itself. I continued to layer and secure to the back of the canvas each section that I do. I changed my mind in the middle of the project on how this pattern was going to lay out, what was going to go on top or bottom, and it ended up with this. I love how this turned out. You can obviously use a smaller canvas size and use less twine to do a project like this. You can use jute cord or rope, but I chose this natural polished hemp, and I really love the outcome of the natural look, as well as the minimalist but intriguing design pattern. So let me know what you think. Come down my lane at Cobble Creek Lane for more DIYs, home decor, and crafts.